Now from every class, class A, B, C, we have these three blocks of IP addresses, okay, which is dedicatedly reserved for private IP address. Okay. For example, the class A starts from 0 and go to 127. So from there, just one block 10.0.0.0 10.255.255.255 that is blocked for class A private IP addresses. Okay. In class B, 172.16.0.0.2 172.31 255.255, and in class C you have 192.168 0.0 to 192.168 255.255. So from every block of the class from ABC, which we can use definitely, we have three classes of IP addresses there. Okay. Now comes the function of subnet mask. Okay. I told you that IP address have two things, the network part as well as the host part. So by default, we try to break it in between. Middle में से break किया था, correct? We try to break it from the middle. So how do we know in every IP which part is a network and which part is a host? As I mentioned, we always not uh, break it from the middle. Okay. So that particular part is actually gonna be told to you by subnet mask. That from where your network start to what place your network ends. What is your boundaries of the network? That is defined by your subnet mask. Okay. So subnet mask also look like IP address. It is also 32 bits. Okay. It defines how many bits are network, as I mentioned, and how many bits are host. So out of the 32 bits, how many are network and how many are host? Okay. So we write down IP at subnet mask like IP address only 10101010. So if you see a 1, it is a network bit, and if you see a 0, you see a host bit. Okay, let's see that. So try to see this slide for class A IP addresses. Okay, the first part is network, last three part are host. So first part are network, so 1111111, correct? Rest everything is a host, so 00000. So different your default subnet mask become 255000, because when you convert that to binary decimal, this number comes up. So this is the subnet mask for class A. Okay. Now we have class B, where we have first two part blocked for the network and last two part blocked for the host. So we have first 16 bits for network and last 16 bits for host. So it become 255, 2550 and 0. Now we have in the class C, first three are network, last one is host. So it become 255, 255 0. So that is how we try to uh, assign the network part. Okay, but these are default values. Okay, these values could be modified. If you see, this is the same part. Class A is a byte 1, class 2, B is 16 bits, class C, first three blocks, like that, it has been divided. Okay, so now, what is the purpose of these classes actually here? As we know, in class A, the first part is network, correct? Rest three are host. So these are 8 bits. So 8 bits are reserved for network, and 24 bits, 888, are reserved for host. Network part cannot be changed. If you change the network part, your network will be changed. Okay. But host part can be changed there. This is possible. So we'll see now. If someone asks you, I want to connect more than 1 lakh computers in one network. So what IP address you suggest to configure? Correct. So you can see here in the class A, if you need to know what number of IP addresses you could have. Okay. So we have two things, correct? Number of networks and number of hosts there as well. So we can have 2 is to power number of network bits. See this. Network bits we have was 8 and host bits we have 24. So 2 is to power then network bits will show you number of networks you have, and 2 is to power number of host bit shows you the number of computers or number of hosts you can connect with. Okay. So we can have almost 126 networks. Why there is a -2 everywhere? I'll let you know later on. Okay. And almost 1 lakh 60, not 1 lakh, even one, more than one, 1 point, wait. Yes, 1 crore, more than a crore computers can be connected into one class A network. Okay. Then we have a class B. So class B first 2 are network, rest 2 are host. So 16 bits are for network, reserved for network, and 16 bits are reserved for host. As simple. So 65,000 computers we can connect into a class B IP address. Then we have a class C, which you generally see in your normal life. Okay, day-to-day activities, that you have 24 bits reserved for network and 1 for host, 8 bits for host and 24 for network. It means more network could be created with a less number of people there. Okay. So how many number of people could be connected with a class C IP address? You could have at least 254 people connected to a class C network specifically. 254. Okay. So by default, we use class C in all the internal networks. Okay. Because in one house, you might not have more than 254 devices. Correct. So all the home routers comes pre-configured with this IP address. So this is the scenario that these number of people we could connect with, these number of IP addresses there. Okay. Now you remember that I was doing -2 in every network. So what is the purpose of doing -2 there? The purpose is any network you have, okay, you cannot use first and last IP of any network. So 1.0 to 1.255 we have, but we cannot use 1.0 and 1.255. So if you need to assign the IP from the beginning, you start with 1.1. Want to see? I want to have a look. Okay. I'm going to assign 192.168.1.0. Same subnet mask. 255.255.255.0. Correct. I try to assign it. You can see the combination of IP address and subnet mask is invalid. and all of the bits in the host address portion of the IP addresses are set to 0. So we cannot use the first IP and the last IP at all, because the first IP is reserved for network address and the last IP is reserved for the broadcast address there. Okay.